so what I'm saying, it's really a mindset, so to say.
Right.
People are scared of looking into that space because, yes, there are lenders which are not so open. They want to see your experience. They are, all kinds of, as you go in, you try to find out that, yes, it is slightly difficult market to get in, but it is easier from a competition standpoint. That's why it is easier, because not many people are getting in. People want to get in, but they are not able to operate for whatever reason. That's why, for them, it feels like it's a business, they will be involved more. And why not? I mean, if something is making money for you, why not? I mean,
Right.
get involved in that, rather than buying multifamily, you can buy assisted living. And from an accounting standpoint, it's the same accounting. Yes, you'll have to fill some papers, which your operator will do. You are still collecting the check. You still have investors. Is slightly different kind of portfolio, but I think it has, because of less competition. I'm just exploring, to see how this will go.
Right.
I've got, as I said, I'm looking into a couple of projects right now, and I will continue to see how that comes along in 2022.
Right. And you mentioned earlier about mentors. How important was that to you, of getting good mentors and maybe even mentoring other people now?
Yeah, so I mean, it is very important to have a good mentor. With the help of a mentor, you can make bigger decisions easily. When you are in a mentor, when somebody you are a mentee or you are a mentor, you are in a group, then you have access to the network, right? And you have to learn. I mean, you cannot, it is easier to be in a group and do the things with consent, rather than you making mistake and find yourself that you made a mistake, right? It's a bigger game, right? It is not a single family home. Even if you messed it up, you would lose $10,000-$20,000. Here, if you mess it up, you will lose your shirt easily.
Right.
So better thing is to be in a group or in a mentorship program of some sort. I mean, it doesn't have to be paid, or somebody whom you look up to, right? Somebody, you basically take opinion from them, discuss your problems with them, to understand what should you be doing. That is an important part.
Right. And you mentioned syndication. What are the challenges around a syndication business versus you're taking full responsibility for something? How do you market and brand yourself differently when you're in a syndication situation?
So, I mean, we do syndication for almost everything, whatever we do. Mm-hmm. So, and in syndication, people have to trust you, right? And your branding is very important from that perspective. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and that is effective also in some capacity. I do not know whether I'm doing it correctly or not. I'm hoping that it is correct. I'm just being honest. But I think important thing is an organic growth. As you come in contact with new people, you kind of you boost them, you help them out, you create an aura of knowledge sharing, and that's how people invest with you, right? So it is more of an organic process than just basically nobody's going to invest with me if they don't trust me. So you have to continue to do the right thing.
And what sort of things are you doing to build that trust?
See, as I said, in my intro also, you mentioned that I have a couple of meetups here in New York. I do I do a lot of masterminds with the folks. I have my newsletters, so these are the things, basically newsletters. I go to conferences, and masterminds, meetups, these are the things that I'm doing. I do not know what else can we do. Can we do more? Should we do more? Yes, definitely. But how much more can I do with limited amount of time that we have?
Right. And you're targeting accredited investors? Would that be?
We are in both places. We are targeting accredited as well as non-accredited both. So we have 506B as well as 506C, both kind of deals.
And what about marketing automation? Are you using anything to help? As you mentioned, that's one of the biggest challenges I think real estate investors and all of us face is there's only we all only have 24 hours in the day, and we can fill it with a lot of different things.
Yes. No, I do have some funnels and stuff which I have created, some ebooks, some branding material, 7-day email course, some things of that nature I have done. Folks come in my funnel, they keep on, traveling. I have calling campaigns. I have, referral campaigns. I have my regular newsletters, all sort of regular things, basically like what everybody does. So I have those things, and I have marketing company who manages some of that for me. I write a lot of stuff myself. They manage the background. I manage some of it too. But all in all, something has to be done, right? It has to continue to do it until you find the results. That's my.
So it's about consistency as well. You don't know what's necessarily going to work or attract somebody at the right time.
Yeah, I think it is. As long as it is more of a timing thing. When somebody has money and they are looking for, and you have a deal and you have posted in a newsletter, and they will say, "Oh, I'm willing to invest with you," or whatever. That it's just a timing thing, and that's all it is basically.
Right. So if we were looking at, if you were talking to an 18-year-old or a 21-year-old, having a bigger mindset is obviously something you'd be recommending they have. What else would you say to somebody who's newer to investing? What are the important things that they need to keep in mind?
See, what I feel is, I would not suggest 18-year-old to go and invest. What I would suggest is learn your ropes first, right? Do your homework and learn somewhere, even if you have to do a job for somebody, work with somebody to learn how it works out eventually, right? So first of all, I'm a big proponent of education. Finish your education. You work somewhere else, start investing with somebody else, and in that process, you start buying something for yourself, and then get into the business, rather than quitting everything, unless there's a godfather there who has money to give it to you to. So yes, to your point, do I encourage my kids? Yes, I encourage them all the time. I give them the books to read. They read it. They tell me their perspective. Do I want them to start right away before their education is over? No. I would want them to finish their education, because it is for me, what I'm doing. But for younger generation, I would give them the advice which will take it further for them, not just my advice, which is, maybe they'll end up losing something, But so the point is, finish your education, do your homework, work with somebody for a year or two, so that you understand how it works.